It's the JaeTae Show. It's the JaeTae Show. It's the JaeTae Show. It's the JaeTae Show.
Hey y'all, welcome to the JaeTae Show.
Season's greetings, everyone. Welcome to the JaeTae Show. Hey.
How did it start off, Jay?
Welcome to the JaeTae Show. Hey. Welcome to the JaeTae Show. Oh, God.
Welcome to the JaeTae Show. Can y'all believe we are already this far into January?
And this is our 12th episode. Can
12?
you believe 12 weeks we've been doing this? And did we miss 1 week, maybe? I think we missed 1 week.
We fixed it.
I think we missed one. I know we fixed, but yeah, I think we missed one. I think.
Wow.
But 12 plus weeks, that's 3 months.
Wow, dang. I didn't think for it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, we've been on it. I don't know if y'all don't watch Damian, Prince, and Bianca, but when they do YouTube and they are consecutive and they stay on top of it, they're like, we are on the road, we are on the well. You have to see it to understand it, because I know you don't understand it. But it's not woe, it's roll. I fix it myself. We're on the road.
We're on the road.
The JaeTae Show is on the road.
All right, come on now.
So yeah, we are not going to talk about pressure tonight. We're going to take
Again.
1 more week. This is the last week that we're going to record.
Come back. We got to get
Bishop. I don't even have my book to bring Bishop in the room tonight.
What?
I do not.
Lord have mercy, Bishop. Lord.
Bishop, we'll see you next week.
Oh, God.
Talk, y'all. We're just going to talk for a little bit about life, about things that we have going on, things coming up. So y'all can chime in. I know we're in the Zoom room.
I did invite people to the Zoom room on Facebook, so.
Y'all pray for my speech. It seemed like
So what was the word you were trying to say about the sweep?
Sweepskate? Is that wrong?
What is it?
I'm not gonna repeat it again. Sweepskate. Y'all know the publisher clearinghouse, when you would have to do that for them to knock at your door with $5,000 a week. The sweepskate.
Oh, that $5,000 a week though. Oh my gosh. People say that money don't make no, you who was that? Jim Carrey said he wished everybody had fame and money so they could realize that it's not it. I want to be able to see it's not it for myself. Okay. Lord Jesus.
But that sweepskate, we got on that because we was watching.
Oh, and you're gonna continue. Oh, okay.
Tell me the right word.
It's sweepstake.
Sweepstake. Are you sure?
It's not sweepstake. It's sweepstake.
Steak.
Sweepstake. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
I've always called it sweepskate.
Well, they were not your friend, honey. They was.
My God!
You just swap the T and the K out. You just swap the T and the K.
The English teacher swapped sweepskate for sweepskate.
No. Oh.
I still said it wrong.
Oh.
Okay, that's
okay. Yeah.
Let's moving on.
Hey, man.
We was watching. I don't want to mess up this name. HDTV. And that's how we got.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait. Oh, my cheeks. I'm not supposed to be. It's what was it? Well, we got to make sure. I had to make sure you said what I thought you said. Oh, after you declare, you said it was such authority. Yeah, that you were not gonna get it wrong, but oh God. Okay, all right, Sherman.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is why I'm nervous. Because
I
I got this speech class this semester, and I know I'm gonna have to do lots of presentations.
Oh.
And can you imagine me getting up there and sweepskating? And And this class got like 20 or 30 people in it. It's a lot of people in this class. The class is almost standing room only.
Wow.
Oh yeah, people were standing up because there wasn't enough seats. And I can't get.
You sure it's not public speaking?
No, speak. I think.
I didn't know they offered a speech class.
Maybe it is public speaking. Anyway,
Public speaking sounds more like it.
I have to get up and make presentations.
Yeah.
I know that she said that like 3 or 4. And I was like, oh,
she.
Lord. Yes, I asked you that you have her.
Oh, well, it must not have been the same one I had.
Yes, because I asked you for a reason. I can't tell you why I'm here, but I asked you for a reason.
Oh, okay.
But
you trying to have my notes?
No. No. I just want to know if you got the same vibe that I got. But
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we got to make. I think she said 3 or 4 presentations and 1 paper. But she's like a professional reader. Last year she read 786 books, and she said this year she's gonna try to double it. And I'm thinking, Lord, you're gonna have us reading and writing and doing all that and making presentations on this stuff. So I don't know. Y'all pray I pass with 2 A's in semester 2. I'm claiming it.
I believe you can do it. You did it last semester. You didn't believe in yourself. This semester you believe in yourself. You can do it. Come on now. You can do it.
We both gotta do it. A little. I'm thinking our English class in a speech class. But that's gonna help. What I was getting to, that's gonna help me with my pronunciation. Is what I'm hoping, so that I don't be messing up words like HGTV and sweet steak. Jay, stop that, because these people probably sitting at home looking at me like this fool. And my coworkers be watching this, and I could just imagine they ain't gonna let me live this down. They are not. So Jay, how are you feeling?
I'm not feeling too hot, but I'm here.
Jay's not feeling too hot. Y'all pray for Jay.
We've got to continue to move.
We gotta continue.
Yeah. I want to shout out my bro Raz. We supposed to be at his birthday party tonight, and y'all, JaeTae and several, not several others, but 2 others. They were witness that I am not feeling well today, and I made it through rehearsal. I've been pressing to do, and y'all see this wrap on JaeTae head. I was just gonna press my way on to Raz's birthday party, at least go for a little while, but she didn't want to go without her hair done, and she put that on just to do this. So
I have to put on lipstick to make me semi-feel okay, y'all. Because any woman know, if your hair is not done, you feel incomplete.
I was gonna have her to dry me. Y'all know I must be feeling horrible.
That's supposed to mean.
If I was gonna have her to drive, but I was gonna have her to drive so we could go on. But
Raz, we love you.
Now you know that.
Can't go out with my hair not done. I
beautiful.
needed my hair done. So.
And then knocked out.
Nevertheless, we was able to stay home and report the JaeTae show, and Jay will be able to get some rest early tonight for tomorrow.
Definitely, y'all. This one, y'all know we can go. We can really go. But tonight, I just wanted to log in and say hello to you all, and talk about what we're gonna talk about, and get off of here. Okay. Now, I did invite people into the Zoom room, and that's where, JaeTae, actually, that's where we can start. It's so much that we have to talk about. I thought of a couple of things since you didn't really seem to have anything. But just, I keep coming back to this, and the reason I'm thinking about it is because I put on Facebook again, like inviting people to join us in the Zoom room. Uh-oh. You're not going to say nothing?
In the Zoom room?
Okay, you heard it here. Oh God.
Okay,
yeah, in the Zoom room. And this is like we often invite people in here, and nobody just freely comes, and it's a difference, like if one person does it, but when nobody takes you up on the offer, it brings me back to the same thing with T-Lock. Like, it's a difference that we keep the door open for these fellowships and opportunities just to have camaraderie and connection. And it's like it just brings me back to the book title. People just are not interested. And we know people that when we see them in person, we're cool, we hug and we love on each other, and it's a genuine connection. But when it's times like this, it's like, what is going on? You that focused, Shantae? You scrunched her?
I was looking for the post, but
She
you
said scrunched, y'all, so I'm saying scrunched.
So, because you had made a whole post, I was looking for just a JaeTae show post, but you didn't.
No, JaeTae. Yeah, just
what I was thinking about when you said that was that
you don't hug.
No, I'm talking. Don't do that. I'm working. Let me tell y'all something. I'm working on it in multiple ways. I'm not working on it in just one area. I'm working on it through a group and through therapy and through my own conviction from the Lord that not to be so my body, my don't touch me, say hello to your neighbor, shake your neighbor hand, high five your neighbor, fist bump. We already
But you know
about
what?
that.
Somebody inboxed me and they were just sharing, that there are people who have had stalkers and different things that have happened. So they are more apprehensive of, making those physical connections because of things that they've experienced in the past. Yeah.
Truly, how do you know? But that's not what I was about to say. I was about to say something about us inviting people. I think I tried to send you something last night on Marco Polo from Pastor BJ, but I don't think it was recording. It couldn't record and me listen at the same time, so I just cut it off. But one thing he said was that no matter how people respond, what people do, you have to continue to do your part because that's what God told you to do.
That's right.
So no matter if they come into the Zoom room or not, we know
we do, and we continue to do.
Past that they watch it and they looking right. So we can't get discouraged because we do know that down the line it may be helping somebody in in the future. God may have us doing our crushing book right now to prepare for another JaeTae person. You know what I'm trying to say? But somebody down the line, basically. So yeah.
And even what you're saying that like looking at the views, and I shouldn't look at this stuff, but like when I'm uploading the next video, I see, the videos that have been uploaded and the views on them. And it's just like, sometimes the thought does cross my mind, you're wasting your time doing this. But like you said, I do know people come back and watch. And even if it's not but a few, if somebody, I keep, I at times I think that maybe that's an excuse. But at the same time, it is the truth. If one person sees this and is encouraged or inspired or, gets a laugh or whatever brightens their day, especially in such a dark, gloomy world that we live in, with so much low self-esteem and depression, and we can provide laughter and inspiration or encourage, that's a blessing. That is a blessing. And so setting this up and having electricity going and stand up when I'm not feeling well, it's worth it. It really is worth it if somebody is blessed. Yeah. Oh God, bless you with your undergarments and head wraps. Lord have mercy. Yeah, and I had to throw back on this shirt because I'm ready for bed, and you can't see. Well, now you're gonna be able to see.
Well, at least you got pants on.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say this
my pajamas. I'm ready.
Keep going back to people on YouTube. Darius, Beloved's son. I know if people that watch YouTube, y'all know Beloved. Her son Dalvin. He says that he's always dressed up from the head, like as much as the screen could show. And one day he forgot to get his hot sauce with his food. He had to get up and he had on some itty bitty shorts. I was like, that kind of make us think you only could see so much. And nobody would have known you have pajama pants on because you look like J Bass Leadership on the top.
That's right. But below I look like the bed. I look like the bed, Lord sweet Jesus.
2024 of True Laborers of Christ.
Open door. The door is open.
Getting started. This is your official invitation to come and join us. We have said this on so many times, but we said at the end of the show in the announcements, I'm going to say at the beginning of the show.
You know what? Let's see. I just thought of two people that would have been in rehearsal had we gotta do better. We really gotta do better.
What do we do?
But just all of us, because it's so much. It's so much. We've got to do better. Y'all, if y'all need a ride, please, please, please. It'd be so much going on to try to remember to call people to see if they still need a ride. It's just, it's really trying. I got to do better with my calendar stuff, but putting stuff into these phones, since that we own them so much, it is a resource that we've got to use. And so that we've got to do better, because it's just so much. And I was thinking that when I got my car, and when I was needing a car before, I've had 3 now, but before I got the first one, I was like, God, you know that when I had a car, I did not mind picking people up, because I know how it feels to need a ride. And so, that is in my heart to do. And so whatever we need to do, I was ready to let JaeTae take my car and drive all over to do what she needed to do to pick people up, because I had rehearsals and all this, and a funeral and rehearsal before T-Lock rehearsal. But whatever we have to do to make this work, because I truly and wholeheartedly believe in the vision. And just the thought of that vision coming to fruition is just like just the thought is mind-blowing. And we often hear that God will do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask and think. And if he can do that much above what I'm thinking,
this is what I'm gonna say. And I always say this: Jay has this big leader's heart, y'all. He really does. Me, I'm thinking, if you know you needed a rider, you know we needed her, so why didn't you reach out today? Because I did make a post today, and didn't nobody reach out. So then don't feel bad, because the phone worked both ways. I'm just gonna say that. But but what we were saying about open membership right now, we have said this.
So glad you have
to bring it back. We have said this, like I said in the
JaeTae.
announcements, but we're gonna say it at the beginning of the show, because we know I'm gonna tell y'all something that I do. I scroll a lot on TikTok, but if you don't catch my attention within the first blink,
I mean, it's truly a blink. It is truly a blink.
We'll continue on. So I'm gonna say this now. T-Lock is more than just a singing choir. We need people to help with social media. We need someone to help take pictures. We need whatever your gift is. God gave us all a gift.
Oh, a historian.
So a historian. Did I say it wrong? I was doing so good.
And then you repeat it, and then Lord, girl, Lord have mercy. Yeah.
We need everything.
So much.
Like a secretary, y'all. We need
treasurer.
A treasurer. Yeah. Why am I repeating it? Is it?
Oh. Oh God. Oh God, JaeTae. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, have mercy on my soul, please, Jesus. If only.
Yeah, this is the JaeTae show.
Welcome to the JaeTae show. Welcome, y'all. Welcome. Oh God, welcome. You are indeed welcome.
Now that Jay has said that, and I backed him up, Bishop, I can be your amen quarter too. You can tell me what I can do.
Yes.
But there is room for you. We want everyone to come and be a part, y'all. We are just getting started for the year. And I believe this is going to be an amazing year.
Yeah.
Because I'm already off to a great start with Jay doing some things behind the scenes, and we're going to come in and work with him. So this is it's not a plea, but what do you call it?
It is a plea.
It is a plea, okay, for you to come. Like, it's even if you can't make it physically, if you can work behind the scenes with stuff, there's still opportunity for you to be a part. So here's the thing. I've heard this all 2024. There's more in 24. It's more if you do it. Only
You
way
got to
that
do
is
it.
gonna, the only way more is gonna come is if you step
You
out
got to do the work.
and do the work.
That's right.
There's work to be done in True Labors of Christ and J Bass Ministries. We both have on our J Bass Ministry shirt tonight.
And I didn't
saw
realize you
Jay.
had yours.
I saw Jay, so I went and piggybacked after him.
Awesome. That's
So
and y'all, we try our best to have a J Bass Ministries meeting every week. If you want to join us and figure out what we have going on, you are more than welcome. And the thing that I like about our meetings that I have said, and this is kind of the same thing about the open doors, is J Bass Ministries is in place. My heart is to help and to be a blessing to others. And so when we get into a J Bass Ministries meeting, it's not just J Bass putting things on our agenda for us to discuss and work toward. JaeTae puts things on the agenda. We put things pertaining to our church on the agenda that we need to take care of.
You can put your church on there too.
We could put your ministry, your business, whatever it is that you want to do. It is accountability. It is knowing it's the confidence in knowing that you don't have to do it alone. And that is truly a blessing. But the sad part is right now it's just us. And we're all, my heart is always open, especially if it's going to be somebody that is dream oriented, that's goal oriented, and it really wants to get some things done and does not mind helping somebody else, and we all help one another. You know, that is the biggest thing. And so just the thought of not being able to build the team yet, not having the full existing team where we are strategizing and we're coming, you know, when JaeTae told me that she actually downloaded the Good Soil app when we were at the Potter's house for New Year's Eve, it encouraged me to do it. But when I thought about the Good Soil app and all the things that Bishop is doing, that's why he's one of my top 3 inspirations, is because those are the kind of initiatives that I would be doing. The prison ministry, when I think of that, when I think of something like Good Soil, that so aligns with what is in my heart for my life coaching practice. That and there's several other things that they have going on that is just like, I know that that's where I need to be connected, and it's because I see so much. And the thing is, and I have been going through my stuff for a while, because I know that if I could get the right person to help me go through this stuff and they start reading what has been written as far as vision, they will see that I'm not just saying that these things align to the things that God has given me, but they'll see written proof of this. And some of that stuff is dated from years back, where I was writing and just putting down what God put in my heart to be a blessing here in the earth. And to get to 41, almost 42, and not seeing some of these things happening, as simple as the J Bass Ministries team, where I know that if we all put our minds together, we're putting all our things on the agenda and we're helping one another, there is no limit to what we can accomplish. JaeTae just hosted an amazing conference. And the thing about it that I'm loving hearing is that she is continually getting feedback about the conference. And when she was saying some of the things she's hearing, it brought me back to the cost of a yes, that yes, we have actually been able to host some amazing conferences. And so this is part of our announcement. We have decided to partner our conferences together this time.
We need a
sound effect, the claps. Yeah, well, y'all, we clap for ourselves, JaeTae. Okay, that's right. Because this is going to be the conference. I like just the thought of combining these names and these visions and purpose of the conferences, because honestly, when we start talking about it, they mesh so well. And what I'm looking forward to is having, she's going to do it because she's going to be on the panel this time too, is having JaeTae to talk about how this title actually was brought forth in her experience of hosting her conference.
No, I'm gonna do a show. I'm gonna do a record. I have a live. I actually had a schedule for today that I was supposed to do a live show,
Mhm.
a live, but of course my hair's not done, so I didn't do it. So tomorrow, preferably my hair would be done, and I'm supposed to do a live because I I said this last week. I've been wanting to say some things about the conference that I couldn't say at first, and I think I had to sit in it for a while. And now I think I'm ready to say what I want to say.
Okay.
And I've been because I didn't have my phone in the conference. I couldn't find it, and so I didn't get no pictures. So I've been stealing people's pictures. And so now I have a plethora of pictures that I can share.
Good.
But I've been waiting to post those until after I said what I want to say about the conference.
Okay, good.
So I'm not going to be on the panel because I do not like public speaking like that. And you know that. I just
Chantel, there's no way you were able to do the JaeTae show and not be able to be able
But
to.
it's just me and you in here. It's a difference. I feel a difference because I don't see people looking at me. I see myself, me, and then you. I mean, no. Me, you, and you. So, it's you. So it's different. Even though I know people watch, it's still different. But I think what I thought about when you said that was that God gave you the vision, the cost of the yes. And he gave me, I didn't have Shattered at first, but I had missing pieces. But I'm getting ready to change missing pieces. I am. I'm getting ready to change missing pieces.
Oh.
I am.
Okay. Okay.
Because it's not, my vision is not coming. It's not.
So should I change True Labors of Christ?
No.
Oh.
Because God called us to be true labors of Christ. He didn't call us to have missing pieces. That's the opposite.
Well, but he might not have quote unquote called us down, but we have them, don't we?
Yeah, but that's not his vision for our lives. He wants us whole, right?
But the point of missing pieces is a support group so that people can get the support they need for their missing pieces. Am I correct?
Maybe it won't be the name change. Maybe it's a logo change. Something is going to change the missing pieces because it's not doing what it's supposed to do.
Okay.
That's just my thing. That's my conviction right now with missing pieces is I say I have a support group, but I'm not supporting the group. I'm not supporting the group. I don't do nothing towards the group. I'm not hosting anything towards the group. Okay, I'm doing I guess it's an annual conference now, but what's in between? You know what I'm saying? So when Jay said about bringing the conferences, I want to do the conference once a year. But because of the feedback, it can't be once a year. At least Shattered can't be once a year. So it has to be soon, not next month or month next soon, but soon because I have a feeling that people reach out because they still have a cry. And I can't ignore the cry.
Yeah.
So it has to be something that needs to be being worked on now so that people can, I feel like people got the tools and they got the word, but now what do you do? How do I apply it? What do I do with it? You say the pot I want to put it back together again, but how does it happen? So that's what so yeah, we're gonna be working. We did not have a JBS Ministries meeting this week because it was our first week back at school and we've been just busy all week, really.
Truly. Yeah, because I went to the studio on our day that we normally meet. Yeah. All right.
So we've been busy this week, but we're gonna get back on it. And y'all look forward to what God has in store. I'm already actually excited about it. Excited? I'm excited about bringing the two together. Because like Jay said, his vision for talents and gift services is not to help. This is not a JaeTae and Jay thing. This is for everybody. Everybody have a part in this because everybody has said, if you haven't said yes to God, we encourage you to. But those of us that have said yes to God, we've been shattered, while said yes. We've been shattered in God. Our yes has cost us some things. So it made me think about the last time you did the cost of the yes. It was so phenomenal. Remember, the Apostle brought it back.
Oh yeah, sure did. But see, that's what I'm talking about. That says a lot about the conferences that those who attend are actually blessed. And it's hard when you know that what you're doing and what God is giving you can bless so many, but people don't want to support maybe because it's you or whatever the reason is. But Lord,
handle the vision.
I'll tell you. But I sort of back toward being in the studio, y'all. I am so grateful to be back in the studio. This is truly an answered prayer. It is truly, and it has been so long since I've been waiting to be released to get back in. And honestly, that really does make a 7 year of completion, because I released the last volume in 2017, and now we're in 2024, and I'm finally getting a release. So about 7 years later, even though we did do some recording in 2020, nothing has come of it. And so,
and you remember last week we talked about that?
What?
We talked about the volume 7 and all of that in our last broadcast. And this week, you was able to get back into the studio.
What did we say?
We talked about the live recording.
Oh, in the middle of COVID, the COVID had just started in March, and we were doing 2 live recordings in June and July, and nobody got sick. That's what got me. And I keep saying this, and I'm praying that when I get the files to my co-producer, that he can do something to make these files work, because what really sticks out to me about these is not the vocals, it's not anything else, it's the energy in the room, it's the Spirit of God that, and when I listen to it, it exudes through, that we were on one accord, that everybody was into what we were singing, wrong notes and all, the recording. One of the things that we experienced is, and I'm just, being honest, because these are real things that happen, and it may be somebody who has the aspiration of doing a recording and don't understand that there are so many things that can go wrong. And because we didn't necessarily have the drums closed into their own room or something like that, or, in a shield, really shielded, that they bled into the mics. And so that's something that we're going to have to try and figure out, how can we fix that? And if not, then we'll, just do a lot of overdubbing, keep that organ, keep the bass, prayerfully be able to keep the drums, and keep some of the bones in place, and just do a lot of overdubs and instrumentation.
Those songs were from rehearsals. I remember some rehearsals we had gotten so caught up in just rehearsals, because the songs was just speaking to that season of life that we were in.
It was
as the world was shut down.
Yeah,
we still was believing God and calling ourselves victorious in the middle.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my God, it was another song I was about to sing.
And we have so many. There's so many good. That's been a thing about having to be on hold for all these years, is knowing that there's so much good music waiting. God will. That is still really one of my all-time favorites, just because of that message. And the place that we were singing it from is, I know he'll come through because of what he's done, but I'm singing it by faith, that because I'm still waiting on some things. I'm still trusting him for some things, and I believe that he's going to come through. And what I love about this season, and this is now getting into one of the things I was thinking about, us talking about, so when we were talking about what could we share tonight, is this season is different because we actually have a history with God of surviving some things, of overcoming some things. The other day I was really, and it's been quite a bit of a cloud, and we kind of chalked it up to the fact of consecration, and that God is doing some things, and so the enemy is mad. But depression has been heavy, and even suicidal thoughts. And it's like, I know better. So what is this coming for? And so I've learned along the way that if I feel those thoughts, that I'm not the only one dealing with this. Somebody else must be dealing with this. And so I just stop and I start praying, God, I'm finite, but you are infinite. You know who is dealing with this right now, and why you're allowing me to feel this weight. because you brought me through too much to give up now. And so I absolutely want to run on and see what the end is going to be. But who is it that is feeling like this? And so, just, JaeTae, your thoughts, because I'm grateful that I was able to reach out to JaeTae to talk to her about these feelings, because I've lost Pastor Adams, 2 years ago? He or over a year ago, because this past Christmas was the first Christmas without him, and that's who I would normally talk to when those kind of weights, for spiritual wisdom and advice. But because JaeTae and I have gone through so much, then I was able to talk to her, and even in my sharing with her how I was feeling, to say some of those things that we have grabbed the hold of, like, I know this too shall pass, but I'm being honest that this is how I feel.
The crazy thing is, and I don't know why I thought about this, but when you said that that it's for somebody else, I thought about, in that moment when you're praying, we always talk about we don't know what the neighbors or whatever is going through, or what somebody going through in their car, side of your little bubble, you have no idea. And while you're having those thoughts, somebody is actually around this world committing suicide. And and I thought about, I was like, it could be, that God wants you to, that was what God wants you to take under your wing and pray for daily, for those who have suicidal thoughts, or not only those that have suicidal thoughts, those who have committed suicide, because their families have to deal with their residue. So it's not just those that are feeling that way, but it's the family members too, because that gotta be hard. That has to be hard, to know that your loved one is gone because of life.
Because of life.
And this is something that God gives us, is life, and people take their own life because of life. He gives us life.
And the thing about it, I'm thinking is just, I watched this social media documentary, and it was talking about how so many young kids are taking their own lives, and it's because of the lack of likes or the bullying that they're receiving on social media, and those kind of things. And I can understand that, because when you see some of these insights, we were talking earlier about the views and stuff, and that you're putting your best foot forward, it's not like you're just sitting around and not doing anything. You are in hot pursuit of your dreams and your goals. Now, I'm not talking about this necessarily for the teenagers. I'm talking about us now, because you're sharing that you're working toward the music. You're sharing all these things that you're hopeful for and you're believing God for, and not that you're just believing God for, but that you are putting in work towards seeing it accomplished and reaching out for others to join in with you. And then it's crickets. What do you make of that? And it's like, God, if I'm supposed to have an impact in the earth, and I'm trying to do what it is that you put on my heart to do, and nobody's responding, what do I do? And there was a scripture we read in Sunday school about having favor with God and with man, and based on a certain principle of living. And I said, okay, well, God, is it that I've lived too openly before people and been too transparent, and that I have lost that favor with them? Because I certainly have it with you, because if I didn't have favor with God, I wouldn't be here, and certainly wouldn't be as blessed as I am today to see so many of the blessings in place, blessings on blessings, as we were talking about, even talking about the depression, is that there still have been blessings on blessings. But okay, does that just mean that there's not favor with man? Because it just seems like it's dried up, and it's not true. It's not true, because when we go out, you see certain things, you hear certain things, you feel certain things, but from this side of the computer or this side of your phone, sometimes it can really look drab.
I think people have to be able to trust, because I think we said that at the beginning of the show. It could be something that happened in their childhood, or something that make them miss out, or don't realize that this is an opportunity that they really should be taking a hold on. I don't know who I was talking to, but I was. Oh Lord, help me not. How do I say this? I don't know how to say this, y'all. Jay, I don't know how to say this. I'm trying to say it the best way possible. Okay. I'm gonna use it as an example this way. Okay. Let's say a daycare is opening.
Okay.
I don't really have the funds to do it, but I'm gonna do it out of faith. But there's a daycare up the street that's struggling. You know, have the building, have the workers, have a few children. Instead of us all coming together to make one big corporation or something, we're both struggling separately. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So,
okay, sure, that was good. Good example.
Is as a artistic person, there's somebody else out there who's the same way, but because of whatever mom and daddy, you know, such and such, how do I trust that you're not going to take my idea and steal it and run with it and make it something of your own, that we're going to actually be able to come together and build the kingdom together, but we don't know how to do that. We don't, because we all are shattered on the inside. Nobody's actually being healed. Nobody's actually seeking after the healing and seeing, like, I don't know. I'm gonna say you as an example. You always reach out for help on Facebook. There, you know, like you always say that there's nobody can say that you have not asked out for help. But there's so many people who doesn't have the courage to do that.
That's right. So
God uses you in that way to, you know, I think to build courage towards people. But if we could find that person, because they're out there. You're not the only one doing music right now. You're not the only one trying to do different things. And I hate to say it, but we may have to branch outside of our own community. If that, you know, other cultures and different things like that. Like I said, we plant a seed, if we put a flyer somewhere, you know, we are not, because we are our own worst critics. Instead of building each other up, we like to tear each other down or like to be in competition. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Yeah, I hope that makes sense.
It does. I'm gonna, you know, just like I went and got this karaoke machine, like I just think we need to get out on the streets and start doing something, because it's just gonna, it's like it's coming to a head. I keep thinking, and when I've had this kind of feeling before, I just up and moved, or, you know, relocated or did something different. But I've been praying for God to, you know, give me some stability. So I've been planning, but I've really been feeling this kind of way for some while now. And it's like, you know, you're reaching out and things are not changing, and nothing is changing. That's the biggest part, is nothing is changing. I've said it 3 times, and especially, and you're reaching out to make these changes. Then, okay, do I need to try a more strenuous tactic or something to get some things to move? But at the same time, I know I have to be patient with God and let Him work things out. And so, you know, when I think about praying the serenity prayer, the courage to change the things that I can, there are some things that I can change, and I just need the courage to get out there and do it. And you know what? I need to go to Walgreens and pick up that poster. Please do not let me forget. I need to, if I don't, I'm definitely not going tonight. I'm ready to go. In fact, it's 8:30, Shantae. It's time to wrap up. But I need to go get that.
Before we wrap up, Jay's doing a fundraiser right now. 50-50
fundraiser. Hey, it's the 50-50 fundraiser. Hey, it's the 50-50 fundraiser.
Sometimes
whatever,
sometimes it be too much, and that was too much time. You could stop at the 50-50 fundraiser.
Hey, it's the 50-50 fundraiser. Hey, it's the 50-50 fundraiser. Hey, woo! I made it. Don't hate Shantae. Shantae, don't hate Shantae. I'm putting up 50 fundraiser flyer just for you to see.
You gonna put up a 50-50 fundraiser flyer?
They're seeing it now.
Y'all are seeing it now. Okay. Why did I repeat that again?
Yeah.
Okay. What I was gonna say is, this is your opportunity. This is not just you benefit and he benefits.
We both benefit.
Well, not everybody. 2 people benefit.
Yeah.
Whoever the winner is, and then J Bass Ministries.
But once that music is released, everybody will benefit. That is my belief.
Um,
What are you thinking about, JaeTae? Why did you have to take a moment to think about that? Excuse me? Well, what was it?
No, I'm not gonna say it. Um,
Okay.
I did have a thought, and I was about to zone out and think about it, but I brought myself back real quick.
Well, welcome back.
Y'all, Jay, God Almighty,
Y'all, this 50/50 fundraiser is to help me raise the funds that I need to get this these CD projects done. These next 4 volumes of the J Bass Songbook. I can't even begin to tell you how much it is per song, and this is 60 tracks that need to be completed. And so to have hundreds of dollars per track, and then this is not even including mixing and mastering. And so, you know, what I make pays my bills, but to have extra to put into my music, I just don't have it. But what God keeps telling me is that it's here in the earth. Somebody is willing to sow and to be a blessing into these projects. If you look at what was done with volumes 1 through 6, and especially volumes 2 through 6, which a lot of my time, a lot of my effort, a lot of my treasure, talent, time, and treasure were all poured into those projects. And while it may not have the best production, may not be the best mixed and mastered, it was something that I can always take with me to say, I did this. I got this done, and I did it because I believe in the music that God has given me. And I've been able to take it and share it in places and rooms where it has been appreciated because there is a message in the music. There is an anointing on the music. And the lyrics speak for themselves on a lot of these compositions. And so those of you who are led to be a blessing, I'm running this flyer up all this time just so that you can see all of the information with the Zelle, the Cash App of how you can sow into this effort to help me get this recorded. And you always have that remembrance that J Bass, I helped you get that music done. There are people who sold and helped. I can't say that it was just my treasure that got 2 through 6 done, because people did give. People were a blessing along the way. It may not have been much, but somebody did something to help, and I appreciate it, just as I will continue to appreciate whatever is done as we move forward.
Amen. That was a good commercial for your fundraiser. Y'all, please take this opportunity to give back. And I do believe those of us that sow into Jay, the God will give it back. And I know that Jay will. Why are you looking like that? What you thinking? Okay. I do know that y'all are sowing on good ground. Some things we sow into are not always good, but he's telling you what the money will be used for.
And that's another thing. I'm sorry, JaeTae, because if you don't trust that I'll do what I say with the money, because somebody sent me $20 today, and I put a 5 with it and send it right over to my co-producer. But if you want to send him, if you want to send it directly to him, my Zelle number is my phone number, and I can send you his Cash App, and you can send it right to him if you want to. Just let me know how much you sent so that I can I'll know what he has, and I can tell him where to put it. I want to put this toward vocals, or I want to put this toward the production of the next song. Okay.
But this is an opportunity for you to get money too. So you telling me I could give a $2 ticket, I could buy a $2 ticket and possibly walk away with hundreds. Because the more in the pot, the more you get.
That's right.
It's 50-50, is what I was about to say. So this fundraiser will be over on February 13th, right?
10th.
February 10th.
The Saturday before Valentine's. That way you have plenty enough time that you have I'm gonna send, whether it's Cash App or Zelle, however you sold into this, I will be sending your money right as soon as we draw the name. And we're gonna do it live on Zoom and on YouTube. So okay, all right. I found out that I can do Zoom on YouTube. And so hey, we're going to be live on YouTube through Zoom, and you will be able to get your money right away. Okay.
All right. Lastly, the last thing I want to say before we close out is that y'all, we need your help with ideas for fundraisers for True Laborers of Christ and J Bass Ministries. We've tried the baskets, we've tried the raffle tickets. I don't know what else we can do. The gift cards. Sorry. Y'all tell us what you want or give us ideas, because the money is used for ministry. We all know ministry take money. In order to do it without just asking, can you send? We want to put forth the work in order to get the reward. So text, inbox us ideas for fundraiser for February, March, April. Be ready to get back on top of our fundraisers, y'all.
If you want to host something, whatever, we're open to ideas. It's just time to work. And we, what I love about the history is we have been putting in time to do a lot of things and putting effort toward things. And I was thinking we need to really go back and look down through these past 5 or 6, 7 years and just take a note of what we've done. And I don't know if it's a pat yourself on the back, but really understand that we're not just sitting around not doing anything, but there is productivity.
Pat yourself on the back for real, because just like you said about the conferences and stuff, no matter, nobody,
even if it's only a few,
at least we did what God told us to do,
and those few were
with the best of our ability. We didn't slack or lack because of low registration or anything. We still took our best effort.
That's right.
So on that note, I'm going to end it off. I'm going to say good night, because I was about to be tongue twisted again. And I think I'm done. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to
wait a minute. Wait, just before you go out, because I had a thought, and it brought me back to crushing. That the thing is, we were bearing fruit, and we are bearing fruit. Bishop was saying that, and that the tree is not pruned or cut back if it's not bearing fruit. And so, we've been cutting some areas. There's some things that have happened, but thank God that we can see that we have been bearing fruit. And so I wanted to say that because JaeTae said that if you sow, that you are sowing into good ground. And I wholeheartedly believe that. In fact, I would go as far to say that we're still alive and still here because there is fruit that we have bore. And God is taking that fruit and he's crushing it more to make wine of it. And so what's to come is truly better than what's been.
I said this at the end, but it made me think about how God he's chosen us for this. I don't know why the thought came to mind. You remember the night when the police knocked on the door with the little boy?
Oh, yeah.
It is not a lot of people live over here, but he pointed to this apartment because he knew that you was going to pray. You know what I'm saying? Once I didn't see the baby, but once you saw him, you know that you was going to pray. God chose us to be to be that tree, that root, to be able to help others to see his vision. I don't know. I really wish I knew how far it took. I mean, how long it took for like Donald Lawrence or my people,
because they've been doing it for so long though.
Elevation Worship. That's a newer, in Maverick City. I listen to them all the time, and I watch them. I don't want to say the D word because I mess it up all the time, but help me out. Documentaries. Kind of funny.
And you still have to repeat it, Lord, sweet Jesus.
Okay, that. Okay. And if they show little snippets of things. It's like even when we watched the Tyler Perry show with his about his mama. They hidden little things, but it's so much more that's underneath that nobody knows. They're not talking about. They're not speaking about that. Yeah, this happened, but this big thing happened too. But it made me into who I am. You know what I'm saying? So when I think about the young people that's gonna come out after.
That's
I'm
right.
not gonna say me because I'm not an artist, but Jay. People, the young men and women that will come after you,
Yeah.
they'll be able to see, like you said, the views and stuff are not as you want them to be.
But they see the press in spite of.
Exactly.
Yes.
When you click on JaeTae Ministries, there's just as many videos as it is on somebody's big platform.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
As we continue in spite of. That's right.
Yeah.
That's
so
right.
That's what I was trying to get to.
That's good. Honey, that is a good point to make.
Yeah.
And the truth is, there were times where it was like you need to stop. You just need to quit because nobody really cares about what you're doing. You're not making any real impact, and your views show that, the insights show that. But that's not the truth. Again, if one person is blessed, it's worth it. It's worth having all those hundreds and hundreds of videos on YouTube. It's worth all those hundreds and thousands of posts on Facebook, and now hundreds of posts on TikTok and Instagram. It's worth all of that because somebody will see it and be like inspired and encouraged to keep going. Yeah.
Not DC, the seeds.
Seeds, plural. They're planted. And it could be something old that somebody happened to come across. Because you ever had it where it's an old post and somebody has liked it or commented on it, and you're like, this was years ago. How did they even see this? And they saw it and it made an impression on them, and they comment or they like. And you just never know who's watching and what just like the sister from the big choir that called out of nowhere. You never know.
Yeah, that's it. We just want to encourage you, those of you that are watching, don't give up. No matter what it look like, no matter what it feel like, it's worth it. It is all worth it in the end. So we want to thank you for tuning in to our 12th episode of the JaeTae Show. And we will see you all next Sunday, 7:30.
All right. God bless you all. Good night. God bless you all. Good night. Hey.
It's the JaeTae Show. It's the JaeTae Show. It's the JaeTae Show. It's the JaeTae Show. It's the JaeTae